Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Ross is real, no frotting round here. Like and subscribe, hit the notification. Uncle Ross is real, no frotting round here. Stay connected and hit the notification. Uncle Ross is in his Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Ross is in his Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment.
Made that today, man. Made that
That
today.
is the best intro on YouTube, bar none. That was brilliant. Exceptional.
Guys, in the chat, let me know what you think about my intro, my new intro. Let me know.
That was brilliant.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs
Man,
up.
you get a massive thumbs up for that one. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I was bopping away in the background.
I know. I was like, so.
It's got that beat on it, like.
Yeah. Actually.
That was amazing,
yeah. So
man.
basically,
Congratulations on that intro, man. That's a cracker.
nice one, bro. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the Jamie Jacquet deal. Okay. We're gonna talk about that, and obviously we're gonna talk about the other transfer that didn't go through.
Yep.
And basically, anything else we can think of, really. We're just gonna have a football chat for about an hour, as we do.
Yeah.
And guys, feel free to sort of like, comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Okay, notification button also as well. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna have a good old football chat. So, talk to me about Jamie Jacquet. Are you happy?
I'd be more happy if we would have had someone in now, because we are getting short. Not gonna lie, on the right hand side we are short. Frimpong's injured with his hamstring, and Bradley has dislocated his knee, obviously. So we're very short on the right hand side. This player would have just been a stopgap up until the summer, when Jacquet is coming in anyway, and we could have just done maybe an option, a loan with an option to buy. From what I'm gathering, there wasn't enough time to terminate the contract and get him a signing and a medical done in time. There wasn't enough time, so they just decided against it in the end. So my question is, if you was keen on this player, why did you not look at him right at the beginning of January?
Yeah.
If you were serious about this kid, why did you not look at him earlier in the window? Why did you wait until deadline day to do a termination and the signing of the same player? The paperwork is never going to go through in time to do two of them at the same time. It's just not enough time to do it. So why?
Do you know how long the deal is for? 4 years, 5 years? Is it 5 year deal?
Is that for Jacquet?
Yeah, Jacquet, yeah.
No, we normally do about 4 to 5 years. So yeah,
But is that official that it's 5 years?
I've not seen anything. Let me see if I can find something.
Okay, I've seen. I've
Right.
got something here. Breaking. Liverpool have announced the signing of Jamie Jacquet, subject to international clearance. You know what I mean, you know. Yeah. So I don't think they've got the actual. I reckon he's signed, but I don't think they've got like how long he's signing for yet because, as I said, they're waiting for international clearance. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know? But like, it's beggars belief why they've done it this way with with the fact of like, they've basically said, well, look, yeah, he's coming. Hold on 1 second. He's coming, right? But he's not coming yet. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's beggars belief, really. It's beggars belief. I like the signing because I think he's actually a good player. Do you know what I mean? You know, I think he's a
It's
really
a bit
good player.
underwhelming because we need something now.
This is what I'm talking about. And Dicko's in the building. Big up, and Dicko. And Dicko says 5+1. I don't know what he means there. Do you know? Explain, please, Aunt Dicko. Explain. Yeah. So to me, and then it just sounds a bit kind of like ludicrous. I mean, you know what it is at the end of the day, right? I'll tell you something which I've noticed that with this regime that's obviously coming into Liverpool. What I've noticed since the regime's coming to Liverpool, everything to me, yeah, is a bit like this.
Take your time, Squidly. Me a ride bike and you ride bicycle and you lead me. Watch your roach gully corner. Watch roach gully corner. Squidly. Squidly. Fully salt, you pussy clot in a ear. Too enough, man. Oh, the Squidly. Squidly. You alright? Where the bicycle? Oh, the
It's just one of them ones. That's how FSG is moving in there. FSG is moving like that, blood.
That's how they move.
That's FSG is moving like that. Do you know what I mean? You know.
5 years plus 1 year extension. He says it's for Jacquet, for Jacquet.
Oh, right. 5-year contract, but a year extension.
That's it.
Yeah, with a year extension. Cheers for that, Andico. I would put that in the banner. Yeah, I put that in the banner. But yeah, but what my argument is this, right? What about now?
That's my argument.
What about now? Why aren't we signing something now? We need to be signing, but now we don't. It's all right coming in summer, but now, and they really messed up that bloody deal, innit? On Jacquet. It's cool.
You know why, don't you? Because his argument is going to be, I'm going to play Endo as my right backup.
Exactly.
Or Szoboszlai. Wrong.
It's wrong on all fronts, mate.
He's going to keep playing Szoboszlai as a right back, and his justification will be, and this is what he'll say: I have to have Gakpo on the pitch, I have to have Ekitike and Salah, and I've got Wirtz, McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. I can't play all four in midfield, so I have to play Szoboszlai right back in order to get him on the pitch. That's going to be his excuse.
Yeah. He's always going to have an excuse. It's always going to be an excuse. But I've noticed that this is what I'm trying to say today, right? I've noticed that since this regime has come in to Liverpool today, right? They don't seem to be doing transfers right. It seems to be backward.
Yeah.
It seems to be taking backward steps. You know what I mean? Why would you buy sort of like, a player that can't come in now? Do you know what I mean? Right? Sold only, you know what I mean? Because I get the fact that there's some opportunities with players that they're too good to miss. so you want to tie it down. You understand? I get that. Do you know what I mean? But why would that be your only player that you buy? Why would it be that? That's like, why would it be?
You've done that in the summer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But why would it be on transfer deadline day? This is the player you're gonna sign. But hang about, yeah, everybody's hyping, saying, yeah. Well, but hang about, he's not coming yet. He's coming in summer. All right, check this down. You're running a risk, yeah. You're running a risk because the fact that if that player gets injured, excuse me, between the time of now and the time that he's supposed to be coming in summer, in June or January, July, all right, are you still going to have him then?
That's the point, isn't it?
It makes no sense.
No, because you basically just waited till the January transfer window to buy a player for the summer. Well, you could, for how much use that is, you could have just bought him in the summer to come into the next summer like you did with Mamadashvili. What's the difference?
Yeah.
There isn't one. You could have just done this deal in the summer, and it would make absolutely no difference because he's still not coming till the next summer anyway. So what's the point?
Just get him in now. Get him in now, or get somebody else in as well. Yeah, get somebody else in. Just that's what I'm trying to say. Get somebody else in as well. This is where we go back to get Gertruda. Then they messed that one up. This is what I'm trying to say. Whenever they do transfers, right, they never do it properly. Other teams seem to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Other teams seem to be able to do these transfers properly, apart from Liverpool. What is it? Have we not got the right? Have we not got the right people in the job? Is this what it is?
No.
No. Tell me seriously. Have we not got the right people in the job?
We haven't got the right people in the job. We haven't. Michael Edwards, as the sporting director, would always go in and try and get the minimum amount of money to buy players, but sell them for a higher price. That's how Edwards worked. Hughes, on the other hand, looks like he's trying to sell all our players in order to bring more in. But that's weakening us. Why are you trying to weaken us to buy players? Don't do that. Don't weaken your squad to buy some new players, because you're still going to integrate that same squad in, regardless. What you want to be doing is going out and buying these players over a period of time. Trying to do them all at the same time means you're going to be short in other areas, which is what's happened now. They may say, "Oh, we could have had Gay on the deadline day." All right, but Leone still would have been injured because that doesn't change. Leone would have still got his ACL. That's not changed. So now you've got Gay, Canate, and Van Dijk, but you don't play three at the back. So that means you've either got Van Dijk and Gay, or you've got Canate, Van Dijk and Canate. You'd have Gay on the bench. Gay's not coming to the bench. So you'd have to literally change the formation, which you're not willing to do because you're too stubborn. You left us short in defence again. That's the second time we've won the league.
Exactly.
And you've left us short in defence.
Oh, you know what it is? Do you know what the significance is with that? Is after we won the league.
Yeah. And that's twice.
That's twice they've done that now. That's twice they've done that. Remember at the day, they've done the same thing, yeah, right? In excuse me. In they've done the on Jurgen Klopp, yeah. Yes, and remember they signed Ibu Konate that same time, innit? And Ibu Konate was supposed to be coming in at the end of the season. Because there was talk about, because at the day we had so much injuries, there was talk about are we gonna like go to Leipzig and call Ibu Konate in, quicker. You know what I mean? So like, we need you now.
Well, they decided against it in the end. They decided to get a hologram, and they decided to get Kabak.
Yeah, but what it is in the day, right? They just tell us that to keep us quiet. Big up Clive. Love and respect to Clive. They just tell us that to keep us quiet. That's what they do. We basically relying on Joe Gomez, who's made of glass as backup. That's it.
We can't be relying on Gomez.
That's it. That is it. That is exactly right. We're relying on these people in the day too much. Do you know what I mean? You know, relying on those people too much and think that. Do you know what I mean? And it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
Zero sense to me
It
either.
makes zero sense. You know what it is? The way they do sort of like their transfers and they makes no sense. It doesn't make no sense.
I
You know what I
often
mean?
wonder, do they actually look at the injury record of the players that we already have? Because if you're looking at it as a body, you need to look at it as what the body represents. Because if that body backup is going to be Joe Gomez is like Weetabix. He just falls apart.
I know Weetabix in there. That's quite fun actually. I know but you know what it is? Sometimes I reckon they buy players at the day, right? Just to keep us quiet.
No, they can't do that. That's not how you run a club.
Yeah, I know you can't do that, and that's what I'm screwing about. They literally buy players that need to keep us quiet because you think about it, yeah. They brought in Isaac, which is he's prolific. You know what I mean? He's prolific. Yeah. They brought him in, right? They brought in Ekatika at the day, which at the day he's literally done better than what I thought he'd done. You know what I mean? He's quality. He is quality.
Because he was overshadowed by Marmouche in Frankfurt, we didn't know how good the guy actually was.
Yeah,
but now that we're getting to see it for ourselves, my God, what a signing.
But look at that goal he scored the other day. His second goal at the day was just like Torres. Do you remember what Torres did against Chelsea all those years ago?
Just like Torres,
it was just like Torres at the day. And do you know what I mean? Even his first goal was a real striker's poacher's goal.
That's it. That's the word, striker's goal. That's what we've been missing all this time.
That's what it was. You know what I mean? So he's arguably done better than what we thought he was going to do. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
We had no idea what the player was like. He was called the baby Isaac. So we just assumed, he's probably going to be like Isaac then, because that's basically what they were saying. We're going to get a player that's basically Isaac. So if we can't get Isaac, we get the next best thing. But then, as soon as Jacquet is actually signed for Arsenal, all of a sudden, Isaac now becomes available. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And we was linked with him, wasn't we? We was linked with Jacquet.
We was linked with him, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you watch the timeline, Jacquet had literally signed for Arsenal, right? And was completed his medical. Once everything was complete, only then did Isaac come out and say anything. As soon as that contract was completed and the deal was complete and he was there, Jacquet was there at Arsenal, that's when he did it. He was waiting for Arsenal to sign Jacquet so Liverpool had a free shot.
Yeah, yeah.
No one can tell me any different because the timeline matches up perfectly.
It's just, I don't know, things that they do just to me and it makes no sense. Clive said friends and chat. Big
up, Clive.
Big Clive, love Clive, love and respect. Enders grab back up. Watch. Yeah, it would be.
That's something
it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Back up. At least that's his position.
Yeah, but the thing is about what I keep on telling people, even when it comes to Gravenberch, he's not a DM.
No.
He's you know what it is? He's more of a Verts type, you know.
Yes, he is. Yes.
He's more reverse. That's why and then they Klopp used to play him further forward than what he is now.
Yeah.
He's more of a Verts player. Yep. Carry that ball, try and score. He's more of a Verts player. He's only like when Klopp comes in and Klopp has said like, you know what, reverse it, so like, you know, be a DM. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Fair enough. He hasn't done too bad as a DM, but that's not his position. But then what's actually happening in certain games now, he's been pushed further and further back. Do you know what I mean? Now and then he's going to be a right back option, centre back option. Do you understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Apparently they were insisting on summer deal.
But that's for Jacquet. That's for Jacquet. That's exactly my point. What's the difference between buying him in the summer, right? For him to come the summer after, like we did with Mamardashvili, or buying him in January when he's still not coming to the summer? So how many difference?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's just like, you know, nobody's got right. Understand what I'm saying? I've got no problem with him buying Jamie Jacquet, yeah, and him coming this summer. I've got no problem with that. But at least buy some other defender or defenders and they to cover. We are very light. We put it this way, we have got 2 fit defenders. Basically, 2 fit defenders at the right? In Kanate and Virgil. If Kanate goes down in effect, we're fucked.
Yeah, we are.
We are fucked.
He went
That
away.
means, that will mean and they in taking people like Endo and putting them as right back and taking Gravett and they and putting them centre back. Now, of course, at the day you lose something in midfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're sacrificing your pawn to save the queen.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's got a match tomorrow. I think he's talking about Jacquet, isn't he?
Yeah, Jacquet's got a match tomorrow.
Yeah. Every singer club who brought this, every single, I think you must put it single, every single club who brought this summer has for now, not us though. Yeah. So that's always a bloody way. Single, yeah, let me say. Wait until Gomez breaks down again. Graf or Endo, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. How you doing, Camilo?
I got that.
You got love and respect. We do things that don't make sense. That's true. I've talked about, haven't I? It don't make sense. Goes back years. Example, didn't buy Anelka, brought Diouf, and Diao off the back of a World Cup. It's like we do it for a laugh. Yeah,
exactly. But FSG wasn't even around back then. That's just how
that's what
was
I'm saying.
operated.
So basically, and I was wrong. It goes back further than FSG.
It goes back much further than that. I could have told you that. It goes back to my childhood when we were doing silly things like this.
Yeah, because the thing is that day, Jared Houllier at that time he built a reasonably good team. He had Nelka, he had Lippmann, he had Xavier. He had some players, bro. He had some players. And the fact is, in the day, right, all that just went to shit. You know what I mean? One summer, that just went to shit. He decided not to buy Nelka. He got rid of Lippmann. Do you know what I mean? Abel Xavier got some injury. You know what I mean? And he got fucked off to Middlesbrough, right? And he brought in Salif Diao and Ella Juve in the name, right? Yeah, Ella Juve. He brought them guys in there and just went to shit from there.
Just didn't do well. Just
went to shit.
Wasn't the right decision.
And you know, to be fair, in the day, he was African Footballer of the Year twice. You know what I mean? And he did just win the league at the day with Lens. Yeah, Lens. He just won the league with Lens. Yeah. In France. But what you should have done at the day is just kept them both. Just kept them both. I don't see why you had to fuck an elk off and bring in these two duds. You know what I mean? Keep all of them, and make them fight for a place. That's all you have to do is make them fight for a place, bro.
With the way Liverpool's setup is, I've literally seen this for the past 30 years. I'm not gonna lie.
It's backwards.
It's been the same. Backwards. We were linked to really good players at the time for Real Madrid. We had Morientes was one we were linked to, but we was also linked to Luis Figo.
He what?
For a long time we were linked to Luis Figo. It was all on teletext.
Remember teletext? You could say clubs asked Isaac to kick off, otherwise Newcastle wouldn't have sold. Yeah.
See, now I don't believe that Liverpool did.
I don't believe that. I don't know.
I don't believe they did.
I think he genuinely wanted to come to the club, and Newcastle was blocking the move. That's what I think.
I really don't think Liverpool would do that. They've not done it before, so why would they do that now?
Oh, he's saying to go on Anfield sector. Right. Okay, then I'll go.
Okay, man.
I'll go on Anfield sector.
I'll read through the next ones while you load up.
Yeah, do that, man. Yeah, nice one.
All right, put on screen then. Right. Anne says Danny Murphy said doesn't understand why centre backs wasn't bought in for now was needed. Yeah, we all agree with that. Ant says, swat Ballon d'Or winner Owen for Antonio Nunes. We don't have a very good history with Nunes now, do we? Can anyone even remember Antonio Nunes?
Yeah. He to be fair, I don't think he had long to prove himself. I don't think he had long. Remember the day we brought him in sort of like brought him in one season. That was it. He was gone the next. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, to be fair to him, I don't think he had enough time to prove himself. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. I know some people might sort of like disagree with me, but that's my opinion.
The point is, Nunes never gets spoken about. Antonio Nunes never gets spoken about in a good light, does he? So when I say he didn't get a chance to prove himself, that's either near nor there. The guy does not ever get mentioned. When you mention Liverpool players, no one ever mentions Antonio Nunes in a good light, ever. That was my point on that. Spot on, Copfather. We've literally witnessed madness. Haven't we just? Haven't we just? There was one time where the lineup included Steven Gerrard, included Jamie Carragher, and then all the rest around them would change.
Wow.
That was madness. We had a different attack every single season. We had a different midfield every season, and we had a weird back five as well. They seem to chop and change all the time as well. Bit weird that. Luke says, "How are you guys? We're all right. We're okay. Doing good, my friend. Thank you for asking." Ant says he wore number 18. Yep. I remember. I just about remember that.
Who's that?
And Antonio
Okay.
Nunes wore number 18.
Okay. I don't remember.
Like when we brought in Pellegrino when he looked about 90. Yeah. Brought in
that
Pellegrino.
was I didn't understand that. Maybe because he worked on Benitez, and when Benitez won the league twice with Valencia, you know what I mean. But then what he should have done, he should have got in people like Roberto Ayala, Pablo Aimar, Yo, them man are dangerous, them guys there. Roberto Ayala and Pablo Aimar. Shit, them man are dangerous, man.
But yeah,
and we was linked for them for the longest time, wasn't it?
We always go for the option.
All right, this is Jeremy Jacquet's quotes. Jeremy Jacquet on his move to Liverpool. I am honoured to sign for Liverpool, one of the greatest football institutions in the world. Right, there you go.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Big up. It was also very important for me to to properly conclude my time in red and black, meaning Rennes. Yeah,
I agree with that as well.
At the club that developed me, my boyhood club. Fair play. As I said, I've got no problem at the end of the day. So like, him going back to his club for summer. My problem is that the day is with Liverpool Football Club. If he wants to do that, right, we should have either a defender or defenders coming in at the day, and obviously till he comes back, well, not till he comes in, but to work with him when he comes in. Because remember at the day, Konate at the day, right? Konate might leave at the end of the season because he hasn't signed a contract yet. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't see it.
No, but let's just say it and they that Konate is going to leave. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not going to sign a contract. So what we're going to be stuck with was it? Are we going to be stuck with sort of like Jacquet and Leone, two young lads? Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's young, but I think he's probably going to be in the starting lineup more Jacquet than Leone. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think they're going to put Jacquet in the starting lineup more than Leone.
Yeah, I get that, but it's still at the end of the day, it's still a situation of having to rely on Jacquet and Leone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I 100%
That's
agree with
what I'm getting at. I mean, so he goes on to say, "I am approaching the second half of the season, determined to share great moments with my teammates and the supporters. Yeah, so
I mean, we're
I
going to
respect
welcome you with open arms, my friend. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the family. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's not about you, mate. It's nothing about you. We don't. You're going to be absolutely fine for us when you come along. What the fans are peed off about is the fact that you've been bought now for summer. We needed a player to be bought now for now because we don't have the adequate backups we need.
And that's always been sort of like the case at the day with Liverpool Football Club. They always tend to do that. I don't know why, but they always tend to do that. Right. Let's look at the I'm going to look at the blah 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 blah. The poll I did. I've done. LFC fans, are you guys happy with Jeremy Jacquet signing? And I've got like 82 people said yes, and 18 says no. So it's a big sort of majority that's actually happy with it at the moment. But obviously we'll keep that up until the end of the show, and then what we'll do, we'll revisit it again.
Right now, it's an 80-20 split. To be honest,
what is this?
It's literally just an 80-20 split, isn't it?
Yeah,
give or take, about an 80-20 split.
Yeah,
and I always stick with the 80 rather than the 20.
I hear you.
Do you want me to read out Ant's comment there because it's about me?
Where is it?
The very bottom one.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, it's about me.
Oh,
Got 5 of you in the doghouse for the FA Cup with Brighton on the 14th of Feb. He's right, I am. I will be in the doghouse. I will. He's right.
Why is that?
Let's think. 17-year relationship and the football is on the 14th of February. Figure it out.
Oh, you're from Brighton? Your missus from Brighton?
No. FA Cup games on the 14th of February. The 14th of February is Valentine's Day.
Oh, see, snap. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah. So I'll be he's saying you're going to be in the doghouse because you got to pick between football or your missus. And I'm like, that's a difficult choice.
It's a difficult choice, man. Let's put this up. The Dave Wilcock, the same guy that I was saying about we're supposed to be getting thing in it. He said he was supposed to be getting
Is there much point putting him in our shirt though? Because he's never going to wear that.
Not that one, no. But
there's no point. T out bin.
Top forward. T out bin. Stop that. Stop that. So, breaking, Liverpool have announced the signing of Jeremy Jacquet, subject to international clearance.
I really don't see the point in them putting him in our shirt because he's never going to wear it. There's no point. Yeah. He's never going to wear the shirt. He's never going to play for us in that shirt ever.
Yeah. The thing is about him, then, right? We might. What it is with him, he might get sort of like a thing. Right, let me put this one up. Right, Kachuda. Right, this is about Kachuda. Look, I'm not going to attempt that name. I'm going to say Kachuda. Kachuda had essentially began his farewells at Sunderland, according to sources close to the squad. The Dutch defender was extremely eager to finalise a move to Liverpool. Yeah, of course he was.
He gets
to play under his his former head coach.
Yeah.
Which he was a captain to. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? And we can't blame Arne Slot for this.
No, I'm not going to blame Arne Slot. I'll blame Arne Slot for what we do on the pitch. I'm never going to blame him for what we do off it.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I'm not blaming the fall guy for this one. It's got nothing to do with Arne Slot. This is the planning not being done correctly. Or what this is in fact, it's Edwards and Hughes, right, being so stubborn that they decided to keep Slot in place, right? Knowing the team could have capitulated at any time, they decided to be stubborn, get the egos involved, and think we're not going to admit that we were wrong to appoint this guy, so we're going to keep him in line, but we don't trust him with signings, so we're not going to give him a signing. That's what it all boils down to. We've given him loads of signings, and he's not done a single thing with those signings we've given him. So we're not going to give him any more signings until it gets to the point where the players are starting to fall one by one. You've got Isaac. He broke his ankle, or whatever, just to get his ankle, whatever the hell he did. And then you've got Bradley, the right back, who did the same. And then Frimpong's gone down with a hamstring injury. I don't know which tear it was, but I know it's a hamstring injury. So then there's two of your right backs gone straight away. But you didn't want to support this manager that you wanted to keep in. So you had to then wait until the very last second to see how bad everything's gone. And because of that, you have left us short because of your own arrogance. That's exactly what happened.
Well, to correct you, man. They're right about it. And Dick, Rods, I'll say it again. Auto correct. Yeah.
We know it's the iPhone. The iPhone just, you don't even have to click anything. You press space, and it completely changes the whole sentence. It gets annoying when it does that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I mean, I'm an Android and iPhone, so you know.
To be honest, at the day, I'm sure, if they approached Sunderland about a week, 10 days ago, if they're supposed to approach Sunderland 10 days ago, we could have got this over the line.
I think if Slot would have done a much better job with the squad than he has, playing players in their rightful positions, then Edwards and Hughes would have got Semenyo or Gay and just got this guy.
I don't even think it's that, because, you know, and even if it is that, you know what I mean? Well, they're just so much to blame, because you got to think about it, right? What you got to think about is the fact that they like get these players in, and then if you have to get rid of the manager, do you know what I mean? Get rid of the manager, so like, you know, even as pre-season, or even if it's sort of like, you know, at the end of the season, and then you got these players in there. Now at the end of the day, you're gonna have to wait to the end of the season at the end of the day, right? And try and get the players at the end of the day, right, that you want to get. And in the meantime, at the end of the day, you can have other clubs, right, that's gonna be looking at them. Yeah. So then you've got competition. And you know what Liverpool do with competition? They don't like competition.
No.
What Liverpool like to do, to go in there, get their player, and come out. Once they're here, and right, that some other club, right, is interested. What happens at the day is that, well, they become not interested. That's what happens, bro. I'm telling you. Do you know what I mean? So like, all this bloody waiting around and everything, that it's just stupid. One of the lads in our snooker team took his missus away on holiday abroad and got back off the holiday, got home. She split up with him. Nah, I shouldn't really laugh, really. Sorry, I shouldn't really laugh.
Mate, she'd have a foot up the arse. Straight out the friggin' door. In fact, no, I want half of everything I just paid for, because your lazy arse didn't pay for anything.
Yeah, man. It's shocking. It's shocking the way that women go on these days. Right, so the yeah, it's still the same. It's still the same. LSC fans, are you guys happy with German Jacquet signing? 82 says yes, and 18 says no. So it's still
an 80-20 switch.
Yeah, it's still that, isn't it? It's one of them ones. Let me see what else I can find in here. You know what I mean? Because like I say, boy, to me at the day, where Liverpool. What's this? Okay. Right, all right. Hold on. What they're saying here. Let me read this thing about youngster at Liverpool, or the young players at Liverpool. Yeah. It's always good to read about these youngsters, you know what I mean? It's good to Liverpool are facing a battle to keep academy star Josh Abe, with Man City and Chelsea both interested His agent is Tyler Alexander Arnold. Will be a big part in his future. Well,
Should we just say goodbye now then?
He's gone then, isn't he? He's gone.
Should we just say goodbye now then?
Yeah, he's gone, mate. He's gone. He's gone, bro. Because at the end of the day, this guy Tyler Alexander Arnold is basically going to be looking for the most money. To be honest,
Yeah, man.
he's looking for the most money. They don't care whether he plays or not. He's looking to get the most money from him for him.
You really shouldn't be looking at trying to strengthen Man City or Chelsea anyway.
Well, they don't care. Why do they care? Why do they care? If I was a footballer, I wouldn't give a shit myself. To be honest, do you know what I mean? I
Who is
wouldn't.
this kid anyway?
Huh?
Who is this kid anyway?
He's an academy player. I don't really know what position he plays. To be fair, do you know what I mean? He's an academy player. But he's gonna look to pick up some change, pocket some change with that, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's got a grip of our academy.
You mean the Rat's got a grip of our academy?
Yeah. No. Honestly, that situation with Trent, obviously, that's a show for another day. But I think there's more to that situation than what we're privy to be honest.
Yeah, because Tyler's looking to get Robertson out as well, because he's Robertson's agent, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he was looking to get into Atletico Madrid, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then he's looking to get into Tottenham. I can still see that happening, but in the summer.
Yeah, more like it.
But if it means that Van de Ven comes the other way, then, it's a sacrifice, isn't it?
Matt from Coppish don't rate him, you know.
Matt from Coppish rated Keita, Naby Keita. I'm not going to take any advice from somebody who rated a player that gets injured by the pitch.
Hold on. Wait a minute. This is like
emotional damage.
Stop it.
They forget I've been watching.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
They forget I've been watching them for years. I know exactly what they think, but they don't know what I think.
It's got fun. Navigate you there.
Yeah, got injured by the pitch. Injured by an aeroplane.
No, you know what it is? He got injured. He got injured just looking at the pitch.
Yeah, I know.
He looked at the pitch and he got injured.
I know, but he got injured by the pitch. Don't you remember? It was in the FA Cup. He got injured by the pitch itself.
Fuck's sake. He was diabolical. And the thing about it, you know what I mean? He was a good player as well. He was a good player. You know what I mean? But yeah, Matt did rate him, you know.
He was not a good player.
He was a good player.
How would we know? His sample size was too small.
Huh?
His sample size was too small. The only thing I remember seeing him do was a screamer against Chelsea at Anfield when we won the league.
A couple of screamers in the Champions League.
Yeah. That volley against Atletico Madrid when he's in the yellow kit. I remember that.
And that goal against Man United, that was a good one. Good one. You know what it is? At the end of the day, he was a good player. He just had the fact that they just couldn't stay fit. If he could, I'll tell you what, if that became at the end of the day, right, could have stayed fit, right, we would have had one of the best midfielders in Europe.
Yeah, we would have. But he couldn't stay fit.
I know he couldn't stay fit, and I mean and obviously that is a big thing. That is a big thing. You know what I mean?
So I'm not going to rate a player that couldn't stay fit.
Right.
I couldn't rate Thiago. I wanted to, trust me, I wanted to, but I couldn't rate Thiago Because as soon as I seen him on the pitch, he did a Houdini and disappeared.
Houdini, you know. Man said Harry Houdini, you know. No, but the thing is about it, I don't rate the players like like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that they were good players, because if they weren't good players, then they wouldn't have got brought to the club. You know what I mean? But like, you know what it is at the day, right? With players, in general, right? You are taking a risk with players, and they're buying players. You are, simple as that. You know what I mean? Because you never know what can happen when they come to your club. You know
Well,
what I'm
that's
trying
why
to
it's probably better to buy players from inside the Premier League.
Yeah,
Because
but
they're
what I'm trying to
used
say,
the Premier League.
but what you got to understand is this. In respect to Naby Keita, right? When he was with RB Leipzig, he hardly had any injuries. Yes, he had a few injuries, you know, like any other player. But he hardly had any injuries. It's only when he came to England and played for Liverpool that like his injury record was through the roof. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when he was at RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, right? Because remember the day he first played along sort of like Mane in Austria, yeah, and like that's why they got to be friends, because obviously they speak the same language, innit? They speak French, yeah, but like they got to be friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? And like Mane and they hyped him up. Mane himself hyped him up.
Yeah.
Now, if Mane and they sort of like was saying that, right? Obviously, and they must be true. It's just the fact that when he come to Liverpool, that was it. He's just like his injury record went through the roof. But prior to that, he never had a bad injury record.
Was it Klopp's training? Was it Klopp's training? His body
I
wasn't.
bro,
Klopp's training.
Bro, I don't know whether it's Klopp's training or if the league was just too physical for him. Because you can get that. You can get the situation where the Pacific League that you're playing in, right, might not be too physically demanding on you. So you get to show what you're all about. But once you go to a league and that's more or less physically demanding on you, do you know what I mean? That's when you see certain flaws and they sort of the injuries and so forth. You know what I mean? Look at Frimpong and they hardly any injuries at Leverkusen and any other club that he's with. He's come to Liverpool and right, and he's in and out of the sick room, in and out. Now it could be a situation, Copfather. It could be the fact that this league might be too physically demanding on him. It could be that.
He just needs to slow down a bit. Then you're going to be sprint. You can't sprint if you were in the Premier League. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
but slow his ass down.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell a player that what you've been doing all your career, up until now and for that, which has worked for you, right? It's hard for you. It's like a drinker, yeah. Somebody drinks and he probably might drink excessively, and you tell him at the day, you got to stop drinking, mate, because if you don't, you're going to get cirrhosis of the liver and blah, 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 right? They know they have to stop drinking, yeah? But it's going to be hard because they've maintained this lifestyle for so long. I'm not saying that they can't do it, but it's going to be pretty hard to do it. You know what I mean? Some people and days can mean it will be impossible to do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of the same with sort of like with somebody's playing style. If this is how they sort of like how they started and how they built their career and stuff, it's hard to tell that player, well, you know what, bro, you gotta slow down now. It's hard. It's very hard.
It's hard, I get that.
Especially
when the alternative is you're in the sick room.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like hard, impossible. Yes, it's possible, but it's hard. Do you know what I mean? Because you're asking somebody now and they to change the whole game, the whole way that they approach games. A game, you're telling them they got to change it now. You know what I mean? So it might gradually come where he can change it, or it might not come at all. You know what I mean?
It always happens with players with speed. It always happens. Michael Owen had a lot of speed, but his hamstrings kept going.
He was injured for the last 10 years, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. And Frimpong could go down the exact same road and so can Mbappe at some point because it always happens.
Yeah, it does always happen. It does. I mean, I'm not saying that you haven't got a point. You have got a point. But the only problem is that is like asking somebody just to stop doing something that's worked for them. It's very hard.
Have you noticed Canate stopped doing it?
Well,
Canate stopped using his speed. Have you noticed that he stopped using his speed and he's not getting injured? As soon as he stopped using his speed, he stopped getting injured. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. But it wasn't really a speed merchant. He was more.
He was. But when he first came to us, he was fast as anything. It was like a tank running after you.
Yeah, because he's more like physical, really physical, like a powerhouse. But he wasn't like he wasn't known for his he wasn't known for his pace. He's known for his physicality. If you understand what I'm saying, physicality.
Yeah, but him and Nunes had some races in training. Apparently, they had a couple of competitions between them because they both would sprint, and Nunes was fast, but apparently Canate was faster. Let that sink in. He's 6'5".
Well, if he comes running,
the only player I've ever seen where that doesn't seem to apply is Nunes. He didn't get any hamstring injuries, but he used his speed all the time. That's the only exception I've ever seen to the rule.
If I see Canate running towards me at that speed, then I'm bloody running the other way. Trent was literally learning Spanish for 18 months, telling fans to shut up. Even made it all about himself. The parade, yeah.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah, he did. But what I'm trying to say today, I'm convinced that today there's a lot more to it. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong. Then again, I'm not saying he's right. Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot more to this situation that we don't know. You know what I mean? A lot more to the situation. And I honestly feel, at the end of the day, right, the reason why he left was something to do with the club. That's what I think. But who am I here?
I mean, look how tight Klopp was. If you look now, compared to how you see him in the Trivago adverts, compared to how he was when he was manager, massive difference. Yeah. Massive difference.
He's making some money off that, isn't he?
It probably is, yeah.
Good money off the Trivago adverts, boy. It's Hotel Trivago. Is that like German then? Is that a German company? I mean, because what they do there, Hotel Trivago, it's like
I've used that a few times.
They're like Train Pal, aren't they? Where they get you the cheapest tickets. So what they do, they get the cheapest hotel room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's it.
I've looked at one. I looked at sort of like 2 nights in a hotel in Dortmund, Germany. It's like £65 a night, which ain't too bad, is it?
That's not too bad, that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think they're getting away for a couple of days, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Good for you.
Yeah, never know. But yeah, it's just like, I'm not entirely happy the way that sort of like Liverpool do transfers. And I think sometimes...
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I think sometimes what they do, they tend to sort of like get these players in just to keep us quiet. They don't really want us to have these players, want to sort of like succeed, you know what I mean? But this Josh Abe thing, we have to keep an eye on that, see how that goes, you know what I mean? Because as I said, I don't know enough about the kid. All I know is that he plays in the academy, and that's all I know.
Josh Abe? I've never heard of him.
He plays in the academy. I mean, it's very hard and they to sort of, unless you watch academy football now and again, it's very hard to sort of like, know who these people are. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I used to go and watch the academy myself. I used to go to Anfield and just watch the academy players. That's how I knew about Trent before he even came through.
Yeah.
I was sat in the cop watching the game. I was just having a drink as you do, and Trent hits the ball over the bar and it's me straight in the face. Not best pleased about that.
No, sometimes it probably is good to watch the academy.
Yeah, because you get to see players. You get to see if players that are coming through are going to be good enough. And I could see straight away that Trent was good enough because he was the best on the pitch. And then a couple of weeks later, I start seeing him on the pitch, and I'm like, but he was a midfielder. And when I was watching him, he was a midfielder.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a midfielder. Yeah.
Now, originally, why Klopp made him a right back was so he can have an extra midfielder on the pitch.
Okay.
That's why he originally done it. I
Makes
think
sense.
that's what Slot's trying to do. I think Slot's trying to do the same thing again. Have an extra midfielder on the pitch in Szoboszlai.
Okay. Liverpool could do it. Liverpool might want him because they only got Salah. They haven't got another natural right winger. Jay Bothroyd suggests LFC might seek to resign the Fulham attacker on a free transfer if he doesn't pen a new deal at Craven Cottage. Not happening.
Who is this?
Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson.
Hey,
He won't come back to us.
no.
He won't come back to us.
He's gonna come back to us. He's gonna come back to us for.
Why would he want to come back to us with the way we treated him? We just kept sending him out on loan to every team. We didn't give the guy a chance. We didn't give the guy a proper chance.
He got 5 games. He come off loan from Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 5 or 6 games, and he wasn't too hot. I mean, Klopp did give him a chance, and then he went to Fulham, for 15 million or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 15 million. But he was crazy hype at Crystal Palace. He was really good, and we brought him back, and I think that to us, yeah. And he just wasn't the one. I was thinking myself, why couldn't you just do what he was doing at Crystal Palace at Liverpool? Why couldn't you just do that? I mean,
No idea.
why he wasn't good enough? He's starting regularly. He wasn't. He got given a chance.
When he was signed for us, he wasn't good enough.
He wasn't. He did get given a chance because that's. Remember, Jurgen Klopp, he was there with Jurgen Klopp was there, and Jurgen Klopp loves to give the youth a chance. He does. He loves to give him a chance, and he did give him a chance. And in the 5 or 6 games that he played,
See,
he wasn't covered it.
For me, that's not enough. That's not enough time. 5 or 6 games. You need to give the guy a season, and if he's not good enough, then you ship him off. 5 or 6 games is not good enough for me. I
hear that, but sometimes I hear that, and that will make sense in an ideal world, but this is not an ideal world. And sometimes,
and also,
sometimes you've only got that short window at the end of the day to impress, and you have to just go out there and do it, because you'll never get that chance again with that specific manager.
Wasn't it also the case that because he played on the right wing, he was never going to get a game because the guy who was there on the right wing was called Mohamed Salah, who never gets injured and never gets substituted?
That could be another factor.
Because in order for Harvey Elliott to play any games for Liverpool, Klopp had to put him in midfield because he wasn't able to play as his natural position as a right winger, was he?
Who?
Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott's our right winger.
Yeah. Well, Harvey Elliott, really, when you think about it, right? It's only when Harley Slot come in at the day and Harley Slot didn't rate him. But before Klopp rated him.
I did.
Klopp rated him, and quite rightly so. Because remember, Klopp got him as a 16-year-old from Fulham.
Fulham. I was just going to say it's Fulham again.
Yeah, Fulham. Got him for Fulham, He got him for Fulham. And the thing is about Harvey Elliott, he wanted to come to Liverpool. Remember, he got taken to Real Madrid, didn't he, on a tour because Real Madrid wanted to sign him. Do you know what I mean? And he looked about the place and he said, "Nah, man, Liverpool's where's that?" Because what he did, he saw apparently how the rumor goes. Yeah, who's that right back that he used to have for the Real Madrid? The right back, Sergio. Who's the right back this time?
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos. Yeah. He saw Sergio Ramos' T-shirt, and he remember what Sergio Ramos did to Salah in the Champions League final.
Yep, that was enough.
He said, "Nah, no," and he come to Liverpool
Yeah,
because his actual dad supports Liverpool, and obviously, he's put into that youth. There's still, yeah, man, Liverpool's the way, and he came. He's loyal to the cause, man. Do you know what I mean? Even though when Arnie Stock came in, and Arnie Stock was treating him a certain way, he was like, "Yeah, crack on in it. Let me just crack on in it."
But he'd be coming back to us in the summer, and Alonso would love a Harvey Elliott type player. He would relish a Harvey Elliott type player.
That's what I'm hoping, that's why I'm hoping that sort of like Arnie Slot sort of like does go, and which this does bring us on to our next subject.
There's literally no reason to keep Slot, even if he wins the Champions League. I'm sorry, no.
Well, I'm getting to that. I'm going to get to that.
Oh, okay, then. Come.
I'm going to get to that. Right. He's doing pretty well in the Champions League.
That's because we're getting stronger and stronger all the time.
Well as can be. Anyway, bloody, I've got chances for him again. Well as can be. Right. Let's say he wins the Champions League. Would you keep Arne Slot? And if not, why?
I'm not keeping Arne Slot because, as I keep saying, the players we signed was not signed to win the Champions League. It was supposed to be and the Champions League. It's supposed to be the league and the Champions League, not finishing in the top four and winning the Champions League. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
That is not good enough for a club like Liverpool. That's not what we signed these players for. Isak was not bought to get us the Champions League because we could have done that with the same squad we had because that squad had just won the Premier League. There's no reason to keep him. He's proven that he can't do anything in the league, and that's what we need the manager for.
Yeah. I say get rid. I say get rid as well. Just say thank you for winning. Obviously, you know what I mean. The Champions League and all that, but like you've regressed in the league.
Yeah.
You regressed in the league, and I don't see you getting any better in the league. Do you know what I mean? And it could be the case that is like, the only reason that we will be in the Champions League is because we won it.
Yeah.
We might finish outside the qualifications, as it were. We might finish out the qualifications. Instead of we finish sixth place, yeah. You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah. Now, another thing as well, what we got to think about, is this. Yeah, there's 5 spots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 5 spots. Yeah, 5 spots. If if Aston Villa win it, well, they will, they will go through anyway because of their position in the league. Yeah. So we could have 6 again. Do you know what I mean?
And if we're outside of it, and then we finish obviously 6th, then there's 7 because we have to be in the Champions League because we won the damn thing.
That's what I'm saying. It could be 6 because as it stands now, right? What you got is Arsenal first.
Mm-hmm.
I think Man City second, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Aston Villa third.
Yep.
Man United 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the moment, Chelsea's got the 5th spot. Yeah.
Yep.
But if we win the Champions League and they win the Champions League, obviously we have to defend it. So the 6 will go through. I mean,
but who's in Europa League?
Who's in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Well, they just put the places back for that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'll just go at 7, 8, and 9.
No, I mean, what teams in the Europa League? Is it Crystal Palace or is it someone else as well?
Well, Crystal Palace are in the Europa Conference League. Yeah. And if you win that, you immediately qualify for the Europa League.
Yeah. So what teams in the Europa League
that
could win it?
All right. So basically, the only team in the Europa League, English team in the Europa League, I think it's just Aston Villa, isn't it?
If it's Aston Villa, they've got a really good chance of winning that.
Right, but think about it, if they win it, yeah. No, sorry, it's Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest are in the Europa Cup. Sorry, yeah, Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest are in the Europa Cup, and then Crystal Palace is in the conference. Yeah, Crystal Palace in the conference. Remember at the day, sort of like. Remember that day they won the FA Cup. Right? They won the FA Cup. Let me just put this in. They won the FA Cup, right? But there was this thing that because their owner owns another club, yeah, and that other club that he owns was basically, and they sort of like qualified for the Europa Cup. It was like you can't have two teams in the Europa Cup.
No.
In the same competition. You can't have two teams in the Europa Cup that's owned by the same person. Yeah,
no, you can't have that.
Yeah, so that's why they went down to the sort of like was it the Europa Conference League? You know what I mean? So really and truly, and they right. Let's say Nottingham Forest. Let's say Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest win, if Nottingham Forest win at the end of the day, right? Yeah, we could probably have 7. Yeah, because if Nottingham Forest win, right? Because Nottingham Forest at the moment are out of the spots in it for the Champions League. See what it is at the day. What it looks like to me is like sort of like Aston Villa's going to get sort of like Champions League no matter what. No matter if they win it, you know what I mean? It come down to league position. You understand me? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So let's say that happens at the end of the day, right? And then sort of like, we win the Champions League. Well, obviously we have to go through and defend it. But then Nottingham Forest win the Europa Cup. Yes, say Nottingham Forest win the Europa Cup. Then you have 7.
You have 7, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way 7 can happen. That's the only way 7 can happen. Do you know what I mean? It just becomes sort of like
ridiculous at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Because you know, but yeah, right. So let's say it.
Champions League at that point. It's just a league.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Let's say it, and then they sort of like Scott wins the Champions League, and he gets to defend it and everything like that. What Liverpool can look at? So well, look, not be funny. You didn't get that from the league spot. You got that because you won the league. You won the Champions League. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, really, and if you look at, you've regressed from the actual sort of like league.
Yeah.
You've gone backwards. You know what I mean? And that's what we don't want. And we don't see it getting any better under you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's what it is. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. So, I don't know. We have to wait and see. But I think at the end of the day that they should sort of like, they should just get rid. They should just get rid, man.
Yeah.
Just get rid of them. Say thank you, Scott, for what you've done, but you know, you're gonna have to go. Let me just read that.
How about that? I'd love to win another Champions League.
Yeah. Right. So as I end the poll at the end of the day, it's 80-20. 84. You know, the signing of Jeremy Jacquet, they're happy, and 20 says no, they're not happy. So yeah,
there you go. 80-20, just like I said.
80-20. So we're gonna end that poll there, and we're gonna go for the last bit of chats of the day. We're gonna go for the last bit of chats.
I'll read if you want.
No, that's all right. I'll go to the last chat. What's it? Did I read this one? Uncle Rusty. Cam Brannigan doing well at Oxford. Shall we bring him back as well?
No.
No, it's only Oxford, man. It's like when some saying should have kept Kwanzaa and Keller. They wanted to be guaranteed to start regularly. Never would have at us. Well, not nearly started with us. You know what I mean? Maybe if Klopp was there, there could be a shout. You know what I mean? Take the competition out for me, giving so many of spots.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's just become a fiasco now. Just like, you know what I mean,
He was saying what the teams are: Forest and Villa.
Yeah, Forest and Villa. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, guys. On this little Liverpool chat, and I will be playing you out with my new intros. My new intro as well. But yeah, thank you, guys. I'll probably be back tomorrow or Wednesday, one of those days. You know what I mean? I told you the deadline day was today. I said to you. I must have to you.
Yeah.
It's today.
Nothing happened.
Shit anyway. It was shit anyway, so fuck them. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'll probably be back to tomorrow.
They basically just said to us at this point that they're just writing off this season and just look forward to the summer and look forward to a new player called Jacquet. That's what they basically said.
Of course, yeah. Mugged us off again.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna watch this on the replay, please hit the like button and subscribe button, and also hit the notification button. You'll be notified whenever I go live. You understand? And yeah, so thanks for being. Thank you, Copfather.
No worries.
For joining me this evening. And I will see you guys back very soon. Peace out.
Slots out.
There you go. Yeah, man. So yeah, guys, we'll play you out with the new intro. Take care. Love and respect, guys. Take care.
Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Uncle Ross TV. Like and subscribe and hit the comment section. Uncle Ross is real, no frotting round here. Like and subscribe, hit the notification. Uncle Ross is real, no frotting round here. Stay connected and hit the notification. Uncle Ross is in this Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Ross is in this Liverpool t-shirt, ready for questions and your opinions. Just another stream. Uncle Ross TV.